Probably. All right, we're live. Welcome to Hendrickson Family Farm, and today it's just Nina and I. The girls are here. Landon is at a pickup game? Is that what they were going to do? So one of the things we're talking about today is the girls' channel, which we can wait for a few people to get in here. Well, doing these pop-up lives, you can't expect a whole lot of people to show up. So that's just one of the things. One of the things. Whoa, hey, there's two of me there. We'll remove it from the chat for a minute while I get it all ready over here on this other screen. We will. Hey, so Lisa and Raquel, thanks for coming in. Me and Nina actually decided she actually suggested us do it in a live. So anytime Nina suggests doing a live, I'm not going to turn it down because she doesn't want to be on camera very often. So we decided we were going to go ahead and go live. And then I was setting everything all up, the computer and everything, and she's like, "I don't think you gave yourself enough time." Which I did. I had 10 minutes to spare. I got the other screens pulled up and everything. But like we said on the last live, Emma was pretty well beating me up pretty hard about the YouTube channel deal. So as soon as I got off that live, me and Nina both had to be up early the next morning, but we ended up going to bed at like midnight setting up the channels.
Yeah, we were up late.
Because I created a whole new account for each of them, and then like Nina and I are moderators of it. It's a little harder setting up a that kind of channel than for myself. It was a whole lot easier setting myself up a channel. But we'll go ahead and pop Ava's channel up here. So this is Ava's channel. She looks like she has she's been doing quite a bit of shorts here lately. She has 254 on this new one that she just did here. And then her one that she did just grooming with my best friend. Grooming with my best friend. It has 682, which is really, really cool. And then, she also did a video, I thought. Yeah. She did it was like taking a tour, but it was feeding too. And then, but she's up to 36 subscribers, which I will.
I've kind of told them they're on their own now. So I've showed them how to edit, especially their shorts. So they're kind of on their own with making sure they have content. Ava made a short earlier. We had to bring one of the goats inside. So she took an opportunity there and made a short. I don't think Emma's made one today.
Oh, Dale came in. Hey, Dale. Yeah, Emma hasn't made one yet today.
Mm-mm.
So that's Ava's channel. And I'm going them in age order here. So, and then I have Emma's channel pulled up here. Emma has 22 subscribers. And she did something making a shirt.
Oh, she did do a short earlier.
Now.
You have 23?
Someone just subscribed me. I don't know who it was. Billy or something.
She's been watching it pretty hard. The both of the girls have, and we told them just because like we've learned the hard way with the channel. Well, really, I have more than anybody else because I watched it pretty hard for a long time, and now I just it is what it is. Well, the watch hours, our watch hours are coming back up now that those big videos are gone. Now we're starting to get watch hours again on our channel. On the shorts page, they've been showing up on Dell's shorts page. You see that computer?
What's that mean?
His shorts feed, so it pops up on his shorts feeds. Yeah, I think if she stays, I think if they stay active on the shorts, I think they'll grow really fast. I think Nina's been trying to do one every day. So every day Nina's been trying to do a short. We'll get this back off of here real quick. So every day Nina has been trying to do a short. And she's been, the one that you did last night had 2,200 views.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they're doing pretty good. I think she's averaged about 4 subscribers off of all of them this last week.
Yeah.
So, but
it's
doing
like we gained them and then some fell off again.
Yeah, that it's inevitable. Raquel had a question for you. She Facebook messaged me about what level of your Clinton Anderson did you have, or do you have, or did you? I don't know if you still do or don't. Where you see his podcast and all that stuff.
Oh, that was the. It's the standard one. It's the $39.99 a month one, I believe.
And do you still have it?
I don't have it.
Mm.
No, I got rid of it. It's just the basic one. It's $39.99 a month, and it just has. I mean, it has all the videos: cult starting, fundamentals. You get to see all of his podcasts and everything. You get a discount when you purchase things. You get a couple free tickets to shows a year.
The cheap one is $20. So you telling me the cheap one was?
Well, then I did a step up from that. I don't know. Mine was $39.99. I can look and see. Let me look real quick.
So, but yeah, so the girls are pretty excited. So the girls have been making shirts all. We this morning we made a whole bunch of not a whole bunch, but we made 2 shirts. But had to Cindy Squirrel Off Grid. Hello, thanks for coming in. So we made. So we have the infusible. Was it infusible ink? What do you call? What is that?
The sublimation.
Sublimation. I'm sorry. So we made Ava a shirt, and Emma a shirt, and Dale. It's actually been going pretty good. But Nina and I went to town today and had like a little date day. We actually bought a few things for the old YouTube channel. Hand me that light, babe. That new light. It's right there. So, Nina, I'll get it. Here you go. So we got this little light to go on above or beside the camera when we're filming, and I mean it's pretty darn bright. I mean so I'll turn the one off on the monitor, and then I'll turn this one off. Maybe it's hard to look into it. And now it's back on. I mean, it's pretty darn bright. So anyway, where I was going with that. So Nina and I went to town today, and she wanted to eat. She got her hair done. She got it all
just cut,
just trimmed, and they straightened and everything. But then we went to El Tapatio, which is just a Mexican restaurant here in town. and I actually ate just a regular meal there. And it's fine if you do it. It's just as long as you do it in moderation, is what they said. So it's I stick to it 99% of the time, and maybe what do you think? Maybe every other week or so I'll eat something.
Yeah.
So about every 2 weeks I'll eat something that's not on my diet. But my hands, my elbows and shoulders and ankles and knees, they've been feeling pretty good lately. So I really think it's made a huge difference. And so like the bottle of pain pills that they gave me, I haven't had to take any of those since right around Christmas time. So it's actually been going pretty good. Ew, yeah, Mexican food. Mexican food it's good. I like Mexican food. So Nina, actually, the people that own the restaurant that that we went to, Nina went to school with their kids, and it was kind of interesting. What the daughter that helps run it and everything, she was actually in there. So they're opening a new restaurant there in Stillwater, and so we got talking to them about their new restaurant.
This is the one I did. I don't know. Can you see it? If I can't see it. I don't have my glasses on.
What's good, folks? Hey, Chef, thanks for tapping in. But yeah, so it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
And they ID'd me.
Yeah. So Nina went in there and she ordered herself an adult beverage because it was just us two, and we're sitting there and this lady looks at her. She's like, "Do you have your ID?" And Nina's like, "Oh man, I don't have it. But do I look young enough where I need my ID?" And then a couple minutes later, the girl that Nina went to school with, she came by and she's like, "It made my day." It was pretty funny. But so Nina was actually talking today about starting our live streams back up, like on a really consistent time frame. Now that it's kind of tough, but maybe if I'm not home, Nina can just do it. Don't look at me like you're gonna have to.
I don't know about that.
I'll have it set all up in StreamYard. You just have to hit
you're
live.
Always home.
Yeah. But yeah. And that light is like.
That's right.
I have another one here. It's because when you take it away, it kind of makes you look a little. Huh?
9 Acre Family Farm said follow hours Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursdays.
Yeah, Thursdays. That's what I was actually gonna talk to you, Dale, and see what time yours ended. And I think that's what we were thinking about doing, was going back to Thursday night. So like we were, and trying to be. It does. And I think it's because the light here's on, because last time I did my last live stream, I didn't have the light on above, kind of above us over here.
You want that off?
No, it's fine. And it made a really nice. It was really, really nice. Who came in? Hi, Cindy. So yeah.
We would make sure you're
Cindy
done
Squirrel
by
off
7.
kid. Okay. Yeah, so we can start scheduling them again, probably 7:30, because in the summertime, probably about time of feed. But we'll make it work. Maybe we do live streams while we're feeding too, and then come inside when we're done. So that would be all right.
Can you do that?
Yeah, just carry your phone, because with StreamYard you just carry your phone around. So yeah. She keeps tapping her foot and it's driving me crazy.
What did everybody else do today?
You guys got her talking, so
Is it cold where you're at? Where's everybody from that's on here?
so
I know where Dale's from.
yeah, we've been there. Drunken Chef is that way. I think we're gonna stay going live at 6. Okay. Arizona
Ooh.
slept all day. And then Raquel's in Canada. The
Arizona, what's the weather like in Arizona? Illinois, you're probably cold, right?
Robert Nelson. Yeah, Chef. What's the weather like there? So I seen actually on a
Black cherry jelly.
I seen that there's a huge cold wave in like 30 million people are getting hit by this unusually cold front. Too cold, freezing my hands off all day. I was outside burning some feed sacks earlier, and it's not really that cold. It's just the wind was it was blowing pretty good, and I was like, I'm gonna put this out and go inside.
It's cold. We went from like springtime back to wintertime. Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
It's for the birds.
Yeah, it was pretty cold.
The horses don't know whether to shed or keep their coat.
So you're talking about shaving
Clipping.
tomato. Emma's horse.
Emma's horse, yeah. Emma's show season starts March, I think 24th would be her first show. And so I think we're going to clip Z because we didn't really keep her blanketed. And so she's got a winter coat. She gets such a woolly, just
it's kind of like a
coat.
Kind of like a mangy looking coat.
Yeah, her winter coat, it's not pretty. So I think we're going to clip her so she looks nice for their first show.
Hey, Al.
And Emma's trainer will do that because I've not clipped a horse before. So we'll do that. It's going to cost this guy some money.
Everything costs me money.
And then we'll pull her mane. I don't know if you guys have ever seen anybody pull their mane, but it's painful. And I made the trainer do it when we had to do it last year for the show because you take some of their mane and you like pull part of it back and then you wrap your comb around it and you pull it out. They apparently can't feel a thing. They have no nerve endings in there. It's just, So,
okay.
But yeah, they just roach it back and wrap it around the comb and pull it out. And so she'll do that again too.
But yeah, for those everybody that's coming in, Ava and Emma both have a channel. Emma's is Emma's Horse Adventure, which I can put the links back in, I guess. If you guys want to check out Ava and Emma's channel, copy. If you're going to talk while I'm typing here.
Yeah, I was reading some of the stuff. I went grocery shopping on Wednesday. And it's just so depressing to go grocery shopping because what I bought on Wednesday, I think normally would have cost me like $120, and I ended up paying like $215. And why am I frozen there?
I have it. It's paused on that side. So the one I just posted there, that is Emma's channel. and I'm getting Ava's right now.
My channel is garbage.
Who said that?
Dill hole.
Hey MT. Hey Dill
Oh, yeah.
Hole.
Want to say
Di-
hi?
Hey
Only
Buzz.
the losers are online.
Oh, I see.
Ava's channel.
But this spaghetti is awesome though.
Is it?
Yes,
Oh,
That's good. What are you doing now?
I'm putting a link to it. So the two links I just put in, they're Ava and Emma's channel, which are our two daughters. We've been trying to talk Landon into getting a channel. Maybe this summer, him and I, he doesn't really know it yet, but him and I are going to be, I'm going to be starting him a little business because he will have his driver's license in August. So I figure if I kind of start him a business, teach him how to go out and give estimates and teach him how to do the paperwork. The work, I'm not concerned about Landon knowing how to do work. Landon is he's a very capable kid. Like Landon, I'm not saying this to pick on the guys I work with, but I could take Landon and use him at work probably more versatilely than I could a lot of the guys at work, just because he takes instructions really well. He might have a little attitude with me when I'm doing it, but he still does take instruction very well. So I think teaching him the business part side of it and the work side of it, he already does kind of the lawn care stuff here. So I don't think it'll be too bad.
What's going to be bad is getting him out and doing it because his work ethic's not quite there.
Well,
He likes to sleep till noon.
Well,
and-
but he plays games until who knows in the morning time when he doesn't have school. But that's just something that he's gonna have to. He's just gonna have to. The world doesn't care that you want to play video games.
I
You
think
have to work.
I think it'll get better when he's driving and realizes
Yeah.
that he has to help pay for his gas and.
Because a lot of kids that he goes to school with, their parents are just buying them vehicles.
There's someone watching the channel.
Okay, I'm not criticizing. I'm just there's no right way or wrong way to doing it, babe. What I'm saying is we're not going to just go out and buy any of the kids' vehicles. I don't care if it's the girls or Landon. I want them to kind of earn it for themselves. I told them I'll match whatever amount of money that they have to buy a car with, and that's just.
And we've told them that, and he has $1,500.
Yeah, and
so
he's had that.
We're matching with $1,500, and so he thinks he is just gonna get himself a prized vehicle.
Yeah, so I could start. He's actually mentioned the gaming channel before, Raquel. Hope HO, what is that? Bus? First time I've seen you guys. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it.
What am I not supposed to tell everybody about his work ethic?
Landon's.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but he's okay. So his work ethic, it's tough getting him started, but once you get him started, he'll do a good job. Because I've always told the kids, if you're going to do something, do 100% or don't do it at all. And whenever I tell them to do something, they don't have that choice of don't do it at all. It's you go get it done, or you have to listen to dad. There's a lot of different ways that people raise kids. It's just this is just the way that we're doing it, and if it's wrong, I guess we'll pay for it in the end. But I think teaching the kids work hard, because when you get out to the real world, that if you don't work hard, you won't have anything. And I would rather our kids work for themselves instead of someone else. Like if I was in Landon, Ava's, or Emma's shoes, they have Like Nina and I will do everything in our power to make sure that they can, if they want to start a business, that they can start a business. But we're not just going to give it to them. We want them to earn it. It's just.
And I work with young people at work, and I'm like, I hope my children are not like this when they're old enough and get out into the working world, because, oh my gosh. It's like I'm babysitting at home and I'm babysitting when I go to work. And then they want to whine and complain about everything. And it's a lot.
Yeah. I've always, until Nina and I had Landon, I always worked 2 jobs. I've also been on my own since I was 16. So there's, maybe there's a little bit of give and take there, because I always had to work hard because I didn't have mom and dad that I could rely on. I had to do it for myself. So, it's just part of it. Thanks for popping them links in there. Typical teen getting started. Yeah, I think so too, Dale. And I really think that, once we get going and he realizes there is some satisfaction in doing something, like finishing a job, like starting something from this and turning it into something pretty. I think that there will be some self-gratification there. I'm at least hoping so. Just my opinion, because that's one of the things that I was, whenever I was his age, that self-gratification of doing something myself versus it's Janet. Homestead, where you are.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for coming in, Janet. I think that's something that all young boys, and not to say anything with girls, but I think with a boy it kind of stands out a little bit more, the self-gratification, than with the girls. Which, like I say, I'm not. I don't know the best way to put that. It's I'm not picking on anybody, but right. So I don't know. I could be wrong, but whoa. Somehow I magically got 22,000 steps just now. And I'm sitting here. All
that hand.
Yeah.
Who's the hand talker?
Dale. I was giving Dale a hard time about it the other day. I asked him if he could say a sentence without moving his hands, and he's like, and he started lifting his hands up, and I was like, oh, you can use your hands. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah. But, I don't know what you guys talk about in here.
Oh, we just
talk.
Yeah, just talk. Or we can, if you want to, we can open the panel up and let someone come up if they want to. That's up to you.
Yeah, that's fine. Then I can actually look at somebody.
Okay. So you have to hit invite and then copy and then go down here and paste it in. You can hit Control V. It'll do the same thing as me doing it that way. It's just I got used to doing it that way. So for a long time, your hands are supposed to. Yeah. So the link is there if anyone wants to come up. There. If I haven't ever seen you in a live before, I'm not just going to let you up. Just throwing that out there because I don't want anyone to get their feelings hurt. Oh, I forgot about these. But yeah. So, anything else there, babe?
Nope. I don't know. Yeah, we were just going to talk about the girls' channel and
yeah.
I've had 3 days off. Well, tomorrow will be my 3rd day off. It's not been very relaxing.
I could just look at her and she was just biting my head off earlier. And I'm like, what did I do? I guess I just woke up. So, making fun of me. Yeah, I was making fun of you, Dale. It's fun from time to time.
I'm a hand talker too when I get mad, I think.
No, you're a hand talker all the time.
My hands are moving right now.
That's just because you're thinking about it. Get Emma on camera. Things will pick up. Yeah, Emma is a talker. Nina generally is. Whenever.
We have to get like on a topic or something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, what topic do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
So it looks like a shadow right here, but that's actually a corner of the wall.
So it just looks like that.
Well, on here it kind of looks like there's a double shadow there, but it's a wall. Do you want to see if the girls want to come over and?
Emma, you want to come on camera? Come here. They're going to
They're going to a horse show
a
tomorrow.
horse show tomorrow, but it's an obstacle course. We're taking one of ours that we're trying to sell. It's not good.
You want to hear Emma's gossip? There's a lot of it with that girl.
Ava, you want
Hey, you want to show them your shirt? So that one of the shirts that we made for Ava. Here, come over here. Hang on a second, Dale. I see you down there. So we scoot up here so they can see it, babe. So that's the shirt that we made for Ava. Turn around and see the back. And then just put the YouTube deal on the back with her channel name.
Do I need to get mine?
My mouse won't move. There it goes. Boom. There's Dale.
Hello.
Hello.
Here, let me put my hands inside of my overalls so I don't. What are y'all doing?
Nina just decided she wanted to do a live, so I was like, "Yeah, we can get on there and talk about the girls' channel." Because I told you that we did that the other day. That's an old shirt that she made. That's not one new one.
Yeah, I've been, like I say, my so when you go to the short speed, it'll have your suggested shorts.
Yeah.
Both of their shorts have been showing up there.
Well, that's good. Have your shorts been doing performing pretty good, Dale?
Some do, some don't at all.
So Nina has been tracking it. Well, I kind of been tracking it more than she has, but she was putting them up on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, first thing in the morning, and they were doing pretty good. And then she did Monday morning, and it went woof. It fell on its face. Well, then the girls did one on a Monday night, and I mean it's just.
And then I did one last night, not thinking it was going to do well, and it actually did really good.
Yeah.
And then the one I released this morning hasn't done well at all.
Yeah.
And it was about Ricky Bobby.
The turkey.
Well, so like I've been talking to some other channels about the shorts that are normal long run channels, like our two channels are, and they're like, "Yeah, we're not playing that short game. That absolutely killed our long run analytics." Like, what are you talking about? They're like, "Well, if you start hitting on shorts with getting some big numbers in your shorts, changes the algorithm to where it wants to push out just minute long stuff, your small videos, and will no longer push any of your long run."
Huh.
That's a pretty good shirt, y'all. They don't break hearts, they break bones.
Yeah, and then just put the logo on the back.
Now, if that had a bareback or a bucking horse on the back, that'd be really cool.
That's a good idea.
So, well, I don't even know where you come up with that.
What?
Phrase that.
Emma did.
Oh. Landon come up with one that he wants made. I guess I could show it on here.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad. It's just.
It's really funny. Uh,
So do you put out a lot of shorts then, or do you not?
So I went for a stretch that I did, and now I kind of have stopped
Mm.
because they've got me nervous now because I
Yeah.
started seeing trends on my channel that made me start believing it. Like it would be pretty normal for me to put out a video and I would have well over 100 views in like 4, 5, 6 hours, a long run video. And when I kind of got some big views on my short, the next couple videos I put out would only have 20 views on them in
really?
8 to
Oh,
10
that's what
hours.
happened to yours.
Well, and so that's Landon's shirt.
I like it.
He come up with it. I don't know where he's seen it at, and I was like, if that's what you want, I'll make it. It took me a minute to figure out how to get it all in there, but
It's kind of a teenage weightlifting. Yeah, funny.
and he lifts a lot of weights. I mean, he's always up there. I don't know. I'm trying to get him to put so I'm trying to get him to make brand his stuff. So I come up with another one I'm not going to say on here because it's mildly, it could be interpreted as inappropriate, but it's not. It's pretty funny. Yeah. But I'm trying to get him to put a logo on it. So if I guarantee you, as soon as he starts wearing them around, kids are going to be like, hey, where'd you get that sweater at? And Landon can make those as a little side hustle deal. Because it's not hard. Once I make them, all he's going to do is just print them off.
He may get kicked out of school for it too.
Well, not that. I mean, I don't know. His weightlifting coach might think it's pretty funny.
Their school's pretty lenient.
Yeah, and they go to a
small
super small school. So,
well, that's Rooster wore one when he was his senior year to school. That was a picture of the back of a show pig and said, "I like big butts and I cannot lie."
Yeah,
and they made him his option was to either go change his shirt or be expelled.
Oh.
He's like, it's about show pigs and that you want them to be wide from behind.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's not what that's about. And that's not what that means. So,
well,
Cottonwood. Who's that Cottonwood man?
Raquel.
Oh yeah, change the word from bones to banks. Yeah, I'm gonna make one that says, what is it you always say? Horses are bankruptcy starter kit.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's an old saying. That ain't anything new or I came up with. Oh, but
showing horses is like having a boat. Both stand for bring out another 1,000.
Yeah. Yeah, that ain't a lie at all. Just when you think you're getting ahead too, it's like, oh, we got a vet bill.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me like I'm telling a lie.
What I loved is it's a lot like rodeo kids. And I'm not running down rodeo kids, but they'll go to a rodeo and win like $250 or $300 and they're like, yay, look at all the money I won.
Yeah.
But they forget that mom and dad bought the truck, the trailer, the fuel, all the hay, plus the horse, plus the tack,
Yeah. And entry fees.
And then the feed.
Yeah.
I never understood how much my parents spent because we rodeoed. My sister and I ran barrels and poles, and my brother rode bulls. And we went everywhere. We went to 3-day events. We traveled all over the place. I never understood how much they spent until now.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
That's like people, they're like, when we were showing pigs all over, they're like, well, you guys stay in a tent and stuff. Why don't you just stay in a hotel room? I'm like, we go to a 3-day show every weekend.
Yeah.
And then we're not feeding like Tractor Supply $20 a bag feed. We're feeding stuff that's like $40 and $50 a bag. Plus, that's not counting all the additives and everything else. And a
Yeah.
pig don't eat like a half a cup a day. It eats,
No.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, feeder pigs. So I had to have it all calculated out to feed out a feeder pig cost about $175. Is what it costed 2 years ago. I figured it up the other day, and it's almost to $250 because of the increase just in regular old feed, you know. And that's not bulk feed. I was just pricing out for someone to buy in 50-pound sacks because that's what.
Yeah, I just had one butchered and sold half of it, and what I charged for a half. It's a good thing I consider the guy a friend, because from now on it'll have to be higher. Because I'm with you. I started figuring up what I had invested, and I'm like, I
Yeah.
barely just covered cost. It's a good thing the other half was for us, you know. So
That I actually got into a conversation with a guy that I work with. I don't want to say his name on here, but I told him because he asked me how much for a half a feeder pig or half or whole. I don't remember which one he asked me, and I priced it to him, and I thought it was really cheap. You know, you figure $3 a pound, and then you pay the processing fee. That to me, I'm barely breaking even at $3 a pound for what it costs to feed them out anymore. And they were like, that's high. It's like, well, all right, go to Walmart and buy it then. You can't buy cut for $4 a pound. Because that's pretty
now
much
you
what
were doing $3 a pound plus processing?
Yeah. Kill, like hanging weight, not live weight.
Hanging weight.
Yeah.
I think you're right. But I got people in my area selling them for like 90 cents a pound hanging weight.
I know, and then so that's one of the frustrating parts with farming. People think you got to do it like your grandparents did it, right? You do it like your grandparents did it, you're gonna be broke. I mean, I can't. I'm not running a charity service. I'm trying to run a business. And if I do it for 90 cents a pound, I am losing my rear end doing it that way. It's like, I think you might remember, Dale, I told you over the last summer that USDA came out with that paper that said eggs were going to be close to $12 to $13 a dozen. And how much was a dozen eggs the other day?
Well, they've gone down again, I think, but I don't know what they get up to, like $7, $8.
No, it was like $8.25 because they were almost $10 down at the dollar store.
Oh.
So I mean, they're getting there.
It's hard because I don't pay attention to the store prices because we have our own eggs, we have our own beef, we have our own.
You're
pork.
like us.
I don't pay attention to it, so.
And then that's the same way. You got people that have chickens. They're not utilizing their own, eggs. They're not, storing them up like water glassing or freezing or anything like that. So, what am I going to do with all these eggs? So then they just run out and start giving them away to people or selling them for $1 a dozen or something like that. And it's like,
and that goes
covering your feed cost here.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
I don't have it for that. I'm like, listen.
Yeah, I mean, $3 a dozen is, 10 years ago price, right? You might be able to buy your sack of feed for the week if you just have, a few chickens. But that's not counting the water and taking care of them or anything else. And you got to figure your time in there. And that's what I think a lot of people get in that rut. Well, it only cost me X amount to do it. No, you're not counting your time. You're not counting your water. You're not counting every other expense in it. And I have this spreadsheet that I created. I can tell you pretty much a dollar amount, what that animal has produced, what it costs to feed it, and how much man hours I put in there. I spent probably 40 hours building this spreadsheet, and it's pretty intense there. So, and I did it for the goats, but it translates to the cattle and the horses, so I can see if that goat is productive or that cow is productive. So, and I think people have to be able to break it down like that, and you can't look at them. Yeah, and it sounds harsh, but you can't look at them as just pets. You got to look at them as a source of income. And yes, I can still have them as pets and treat them like if an animal of ours gets sick, we doctor it. It's inevitable. It doesn't matter. And you can't. I don't know that you can put that on the bottom line. Like I just do medicine as a whole, and I kind of spread it amongst all of the animals. But
Yeah, but and that's like people that are like, well, you got to go to take it to the vet. Why are you not taking it to the vet? Why are you not going to the vet? Why are you not going to the vet? Well, if we took every animal to the vet,
yeah,
you think that paying $10 or $15 a dozen for eggs sounds crazy? Hold on to your shorts.
right.
Because you can't, it's just like going to the doctor's office now. You cannot go to a vet that you don't walk out the door and it's like $200 or $300.
Oh yeah.
So we have to be able to administer whatever medication or whatever ourselves. You have to learn to do your own vetting. And I'm going to tell you, Raquel, if you can get layer feed for $15 a week, you better get a hold of it because it's like 25 to 27 for us right now.
What do we pay?
So the stuff we buy for a 50-pound sack is $13.25, I think.
Yeah, it's not very expensive.
Holy moly!
It's egg crumbles. I like the crumbles. I don't like the scratch, and our chickens don't like
crumble.
the scratch. Yeah.
We feed 16% crumble, but
Yeah, that's what we feed too. 16% crumble. So we buy it from the Stillwater Milling Company here in Stillwater. Not here in Stillwater, but where we work at, and I don't know. That's just where we buy a lot of our feed from. I would buy it from another place that's actually about the same distance, but I can't buy. The reason why I switched is I couldn't buy the feed in bulk like I wanted. I know it's fresher, but the mill actually Stillwater Mill, their feed that they make is fresh. I mean, have we had any bad feed from them?
The horse feed.
Oh, so the horse feed.
Other than that, no.
I mean, and it's relatively fresh too. So
it's all about the horses.
yeah. What did she say? How much?
How much a bag? I don't have more than 20 chickens, and one bag is 20 kilograms for $15. Maybe she.
I don't know. 20. I don't know how much 20 kilograms is.
I need to convert that because ours will all be in 50-pound bags.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you go to a feed store to get the better rate on it, you got to buy 100. So, like, you listen to a lot of old farmers, and when we were going to Pawnee to buy feed, that's how they have it priced on their board is by the 100 weight, and it confused the fire out of me. And she was like, "What does that mean?" It's like, well, because it's by 100 weight, because that's. And I was like, that's just how they do it. It's like you go to the sale barn, you have to understand it's 44 pounds. Whew. That is kind of pricey for 44 pounds.
I was gonna say, where do you get a 44-pound bag?
But I tell you, Atwoods and the Tractor Supply, if you go in there to buy feed, it is 40-pound bags.
Well, yeah, it depends on what you're buying. The 40 or 25.
And it's the same price, if not more expensive than the actual feed stores. Like
a lot of people say the same thing. Rooster works at Tractor Supply.
Yeah.
And Purina is still a 50-pound bag, which I know the whole conspiracy theory over the Purina feed. But
it's not really a conspiracy. So I mean,
What happened with that? I didn't.
Okay, so there was a few big channels. I'm not going to say their names because I just don't want to. But they were saying that their chickens quit laying eggs eating this feed. Well, they weren't going, but they were. It was their fault technically because they weren't reading the label. The label was saying the protein was low, is lower than what it was supposed to be. But not only that, you were in the deadest part of the winter.
You were in winter during molt, and when they
Yeah.
normally, when your daylight is the least, so your chickens normally hold back from laying. They don't lay as much, and all this, and it's just like,
Yeah, we went through that too, where ours didn't really lay, and now they're laying a lot again.
Yeah,
exactly. It happens every year. They slow down in this time of the year unless you're running lights and high protein feed and stuff like that. Well, it's one of them deals for us that if God designed that chicken to not lay in the winter, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
There's
how I
a
look.
reason for that, because
Yeah.
we have hens now that are like 6, 7 years old and we're still get eggs. Where
Yeah.
if we had all the lights and all this other feed, they'd be out of eggs by now.
Yeah.
So you would have stew pot chickens, you know.
Yeah.
Well, too, Raquel, where you're at, they're used to that kind of environment, right? It's like our chickens. If you took like our horses, you took them up there, our horses would freeze to death because they're not used to that -30 for as long as you are in the -30. And I'm sure you understand that. And I don't know why I had to say it.
I'm sure Raquel understands what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And also, it's 2 doctors, Homestead. I don't know if you know them,
Yeah.
but Daniel and like they were explaining, your different breeds of chickens handle it different. Like she said, she goes, I diversify my flock so that I have birds that are laying in the winter, because some of them they're made for territory like Raquel. So, you know, they're going to lay in the winter, you know?
Yeah. Well, and that's just it. You have to pick your environment too. You know, it's like planting a garden. Are you going to go in there and plant a bunch of stuff you don't eat?
If you do, you're crazy. Unless you're trying to market it to, unless you're doing the farmers market game like we do.
Well, and
we're
that's
marketing it to other people, you know.
Well, and that's different.
She said, I do get it, but Mitchell, your horses would climatize. Our horses are pansies.
Yeah.
They die.
Hey, Annette, thanks for coming in.
Hi, Annette.
Yeah, our horse. Well, the younger ones would be fine. It's the
Blue Jean would be fine.
it's Blue Jean. Yeah, well, he's old.
He came from Colorado.
Yeah, the mountains of Colorado. But Sassy, one of our horses doesn't get a winter coat. Cammy, she does not get a winter coat, and that horse, if it is 30 degrees outside, she sets in shivers. I mean,
we let her shiver because she gets so fat in the summertime. I'm afraid she's gonna founder. So I let her shiver a little bit in the wintertime, let her lose a few pounds. You know.
Well, I was shivering yesterday. I went to the Kansas City Farm Show and we put on a mechanics contest for the first time, like actual ag mechanics. See, up here, like down in Oklahoma, you guys have one that like where they put bugs in tractors, you know, and you got to figure out the problem and stuff like that. There's never been that up in our area.
oh really?
So, Kansas City Farm Show, John Deere, and we put in the National Western Farm Show, we put a contest together, and but they had us out there in one of those, you know, those canvas Quonset huts, you know, look like a big circus tent.
Yeah.
We were in one of those yesterday morning. It was 11 degrees. I spent all morning in that. It only got to 20.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, it was crazy. So what was it? Thursday? It was real nice. Was it Thursday? Wednesday.
Saturday. Wednesday was like 70.
Yeah, it was not. It was gorgeous outside.
It was so
And then-
good.
And then I wake up the next morning, my glow plugs on my truck come on. I'm like, what the heck?
We got It was so cold.
Well, we got out of there yesterday. It was probably 3:00 or so yesterday afternoon. And they said 2 hours later, the whole town was iced over, freezing rain and ice.
I was up in working in it's called the cleaning building. So what we do in this particular building is it's a pickling line. So I don't know how many people are very familiar with that, but so you take your bare rod and you run it through various baths, like cleaning them. And but anyway, so grab my phone or take that picture I sent you yesterday. So this building, it was freezing cold. I mean, just as cold as could be in this building. But it had its own cloud in this building.
Oh my, yeah.
But it had this cloud. Whoa, let the camera focus. Pretty much from your belly button up, and you could only see about 20 feet. That was the backside of it. And you could see down the backside of it because that's where the steam lines run down. They heat the bigger baths of the various items that we have in the solutions in there. So you could kind of halfway see down it. But we were working 35 foot up in the air on this crane that picks everything up and takes it and sets it down. And you couldn't see your hands in front of your face more than 12 inches away. So I was working on everything like this so I could see what I was doing. It was pretty crazy. And then another guy, which my supervisor, he went up there the last time and because just couldn't see anymore. I had to come down for a minute, and he finished it, and we got it running. But it's pretty rough.
Okay, so Celsius to Fahrenheit, Annette said 38 degrees in Perth today. Well, obviously,
0.
I know that 0 Celsius is 32 for us Fahrenheit. But if you try to add that, just use that as your baseline, it doesn't work out. 38 degrees Celsius is like 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah. 100.
Where are they from?
Annette is from Australia.
Oh, that's cool.
Perth, Australia.
Yeah.
That's hot.
So it's her summer right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what Clinton Anderson was talking about, how like Christmas is during their summer. So.
Yeah.
And 100, but 100, that's just a typical day here in Southeast Kansas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like people say 100-degree weather. I remember, 3 summers ago, it was 110 degrees for 92 days straight.
With like 80% humidity daily.
Yeah, you walk outside and you just instantly start sweating. Like,
yeah,
not even have to do anything. And I was cutting hay in the middle of all of it, and it was just like, oh my gosh! I wasn't even running a crimper behind the cutter or doing anything. I would cut it, go in and rake it right behind, and you could pick it up and you just hear it's just ready to bail.
Prairie hay. I don't know how much prairie hay that we've done that way. For years, Dad or I would start mowing at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and by noon every day, we'd be rolling bales.
Yeah, it's
2 to 3 hours max. It was ready to bale.
This last year, we had that drought so bad that we didn't. Most of the places where we cut at, it's normally about knee to mid thigh, area.
Mm-hmm.
This last year, if it got to my knee, it was some tall stuff,
That was good stuff, wasn't
it? And then you run the baler behind it, and you're like watching a square bale come out every 500 yards. It's like, Jesus, I need some more hay.
Instead of every 75 like it normally is.
Well, normally they're almost touching coming out,
Yeah.
But this last year it was bad. There was a spot out there in one of the hay meadow there that I don't know if I got a bale in an acre, a square bale.
Really?
Yeah.
That was bad then. It was burn up.
Yeah, and it was already starting to, like, I tried to wait as long as I could to cut it to try to get some as much as I could off of it. And everywhere else it was they cut theirs early, but man, it wasn't very tall. It was probably 6-8 inches tall, and ours got to about a foot. And they're like, "Oh, you're gonna have some pretty good hay." And about when I went out there and cut it, like the tips was starting to turn brown already. So I was like, "Yeah, I better get that stuff cut."
Yeah. See, like my pasture last year, here around the house, I didn't even clip it. I didn't even try to mow to do away with any of the, briars or anything. Like, I didn't clip it at all.
Yeah,
And I was out there. I went out with the tractor to like clean up some brush piles and stuff that are still out there. And it looks like I mowed it all. I mean, it's barely over barely up to the rim on my back tires of my tractor,
yeah. Well, and Nina and I actually drove out in the pasture today to look at it, and there's bare dirt, and since we've lived here, there's never been bare dirt out there. Like, and I didn't even cut this part. I didn't even run the brush hog or nothing over where another section that we use to get really good hay off of, and there was absolutely, I mean, just dirt patches everywhere.
It'd be a good year to no-till some triticale or something in that.
Well, I'm kind of halfway afraid to, because man, we don't the little bit of rain we've got so far this year, it like there's no ponds that have any water in them around here except the one that just down the road where that water line was busted and it leaked into it for 8 months over the summer.
Really?
It's full. It's our neighbor down the road, but everywhere else, all of the ponds are dry. I mean,
our ponds have a little bit of water. Now they're nowhere near what they should be, but at least we do have some water back now. I mean, if we don't get some big rains this spring, it's going to be really bad here.
Yeah. That's what Nina was saying. She said she'd hate to see it for Emma, but we really need it. And we need a big downpour, but I think before we need the big downpour, we need one of them 2-day soaker rains that just sets and just.
We need one of them that just makes you want to sit there on the porch with a cup of coffee and just watch it drizzle and rain all day, Yeah,
absolutely. And then after that, then we need one of them turd floaters. My grandpa used to say, just come in and wash the thing out.
Yep. Well, I was getting ready to go and make some chicken and dumplings, so they're gonna all want me to start getting supper done so that we can eat. But
you're all right, Dale. I appreciate you coming up.
You bet. But I don't get to see you guys live very often, so we wanted to pop in and say hi.
Well, like I say, Nina was saying today that we need to really start scheduling it and doing it more often. So well,
it sounds like from your work schedule, the way it's been, that means Nina, you're the one that's going to have to start running these lives.
What? My work schedule's even more unreliable.
Is even more unreliable than his.
What's bad is you don't know if she's going to be working mid-morning or evening until the week. Well, I don't hear about it until the week of. So, but I think if we did it at 7:30, I think I can probably be there every time at 7:30. I mean, unless I get to just have that you get called in, but I think I could teach the kids how to set and do a live pretty easy.
Unless we start playing baseball and softball on Thursdays.
Oh yeah. Good point there, Dale. Way to crush my dream.
I just remember last summer. That's what we run into when you guys were following me. You guys started having to go to ball games. You know,
Yeah.
at first it was awesome, but when the ball game started up,
Well, I don't know if Ava will be playing. Oh, Ava is playing. Okay, well then never mind. Landon, we know he's playing baseball. There's no way around it, especially with that $400 or $500 baseball glove he bought. It's a nice sucker though.
Yeah.
It's a custom
It
glove.
was more like
is it kind of like $200 Nikes? They're really nice, but they don't make you play that much better.
I plead the fifth. So,
our Saturday's not a good day to have lives.
well, you just don't ever know who, because that's when everybody's out doing something. So you don't know if anyone's going to be around.
Yeah.
But if you just started scheduling it, so I
I
think
think
that's
if you make sure that it's scheduled, I mean, people will come and go, even if they come and watch replay.
yeah. Well,
You
and I
know?
think too, getting away from doing the live streams as long as I did, I think that's kind of hurt my audience coming to the live streams, and because I was having like 30 and 40 people in pretty much every live stream, and then we kind of quit doing it there for a while. So
We have Lisa and I both really like our game night, and we have a certain group that loves the game night, wants to come to the game night. But the eye opener for us was like this Thursday when we were traveling and we didn't have game night. We had a lot of people that normally we don't have in there saying hi that we used to before. You know what I mean?
yeah, I think
So-
I think if we just went back to the
Maybe do
There's-
Mondays.
yeah, well, Raquel goes Monday.
Oh.
I think like I've been doing a couple Mondays, but I've been trying to do it before Raquel, and it's pretty tough to get home and get everything set up and everything before. But I think just going back to like the couch setting and talking, or maybe even walking around outside if it's not too windy, doing like while we're feeding, and then come back in and finish up the live stream or something like that. I think might be something doable. Oh, you quit?
Raquel, she quit. She says she quit, which I don't know why you quit, Raquel. Even though I didn't make it to everyone, we still would watch replay of your lives and stuff like that. Or we would be lurking in the background. Like if I'm on my phone, it's so hard to chat.
Yeah.
But I'll just have it playing and have it on like a AirPod listening to what's going on somebody's live,
And that's what I do a lot of times when I'm at work, because there's so many people that go live during the day, and I can't chat or anything, but I'll just turn it on and just put my earbud in, and while I'm wiring up something,
Unfortunately, I can't even do that because I'm teaching class, and if I'm really hard on my kids that they can't have AirPods and stuff like that, so I'm not going to walk around the program having them.
Become a host channel, not
Yeah.
a live channel. Nobody
What?
was watching anything but my lives.
Oh,
Well-
I can understand what Raquel's talking about. No one was
Yeah.
watching anything but the lives then.
Well,
I
and
can understand that.
And I get that too, but I think I'm my main thing is like, no, we're not doing it for the monetization, but it would be nice, to get some, because today I spent $100 on just stuff for filming, so it would be nice to get some of that money back that I'm putting into the channel. So having the viewing hours, I think would be kind of is what we're hoping for. But I mean, most of our content is going to be revolved around the farm and the kids stuff.
It says, hey, you two devil dog.
Hey, Jerry or
Hey, Jerry.
Susan.
It's Jerry. You know how I know it's Jerry?
There he is.
Hey, give me a second. Hey, I came over real quick to tell you that Devil Dog just gave you guys both shout outs.
Oh, did he?
He's
Appreciate
doing
that.
couples shout out tonight.
Oh, that's
So-
funny.
Right, go ahead, Mitchell.
Oh, that's funny because this is the really one of the first time Nina has offered to even do it live, so I
Well,
couldn't turn it down.
Yeah, but he's doing that. He's doing shout outs that, like, for farms, and so far he's hit all three of us. Just to let you know.
Yeah.
He's got you up right now, Mitchell.
I
Still,
actually, Mitchell's live popped up there, and
I'm gonna have to try.
Nana was the first one in, and she's like, Mitchell's live. And I'm like, well, Mitchell hasn't been live lately. So I hopped in here. But I knew it was Devil Dog's normal time for his Saturday live.
he's just doing shout outs to everybody and screaming and hollering. The numbers are going, the chat's going so fast, I can't even keep up with it.
Really?
Yeah, I just saw he gave your Dale, he gave your shout out first. And then I was right behind you, and then Mitchell's right behind me. So the three of us right in a row,
Yeah.
So I knew
Devil Dog's
Mitchell
a
was
good
on.
dude. He has took the whole helping out other channels to a level all on its own.
Go check out my new banner. He just did that, finished it today, and I uploaded it today. So you had a chance, go check out my banner.
Oh, we will.
So I don't know how to show the whole thing he did. I don't know why he said it would show on the TV, but we went checked on TV. It doesn't show the whole thing. I don't know. I'll have to check with him later.
Well, yeah. So if you go to your, I went over there and said hello, and everybody's saying hi to me in the chat.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, I got both of them up. I mean, with two monitors, I can do all kinds of stuff, man. I'm telling you what, the two monitor thing is really cool.
well, you get a chair with a back on it, so you can lean back.
I don't really have that option with the whole
With your
monitor
your
stuff.
phone.
So
Yep.
what's cool about Windows 11? It has a deal down at the bottom, and you can have 15 monitors just down at the bottom and select whichever, like tons of windows open. Like I was completely against Windows 11 until I got this new computer, and I love it.
I love it too.
Love it.
I actually have, Mitchell, I have your playlist playing in the background. My playlist playing in the background. Devil Dog is on the camera, and you're on camera. So
Yeah.
then the 11 is awesome.
Yeah, I was really like I absolutely love Windows 10 Professional, but I think Windows 11 you got to run for money. You got quiet real quick. Wow.
Oh, wait, I thought Dale was sleeping for a second. He's looking down like he was sleeping.
Oh, hey, he's in the chat over there telling everybody hello.
Oh, he's over there now.
Yeah.
I hadn't see.
I popped over there and said hi, but
So
it's too much for me. I can't be in two places at one time.
Yeah.
So, Devin with Our New Land, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you stopping by. I started your new video this morning, but then I had to stop because Nina and I had to get ready and go to town. So I'll go back. And
Hi,
check it out.
lurking in the background, Suzanne.
Hi, Dale. How are you?
Good.
I didn't. So Jerry, he's talking.
It's okay.
When do you go in for your surgery?
Huh?
When do you go in for your surgery?
June 13th.
Let's see.
So I'll be at the 10 Killer meetup, and then I'm gonna also go up. We're gonna go up for the day to Jan's meetup on June 9th, and we're going to the Oki meetup on the what is it?
Oh, you got the coffee cup, Mitchell.
There you go.
Yeah, I got a shirt too. It's sitting over there.
Okay, so this my schedule is a 10 Killer meetup. Is the Oki meetup on the first, second, and third and fourth, and then Jan's meetup is on the 9th and 10th. So I'm going to go to hers on the 10th, just the day, and then I have surgery on the 13th. And then I'll be laying on my back so I can rest.
Well, so that 10 Killer one, that's like 3.5 hours away for me.
I'm going down to spend the night.
I
We're
drove
gonna go
3.5
down-
hours to yours. I drove 3.5 hours to yours. And if I wouldn't have had Detour Kansas, it wouldn't have took me 4.5
If you
hours.
would have called your old buddy Dale, I would have told you what way to go and not go detour.
I went on the way home. It wasn't bad. I went straight down, and we went to Miami, and then from Miami we hit I was probably going 90 all the way back down through Tulsa and everything. Just
Mitchell, how
Yeah.
far are you from the meetup?
it takes us 3 hours to get my sister's house. Yeah, my
So you-
sister lives down there. A lot of my family lives down.
So you're 3 hours away from it? I'm only 2 hours and 29 minutes.
Yeah, I'm 3 hours.
Because
Hey,
this
Big
is. Hey, Miko. Hi, Big Valley Living.
Jerry.
Uh-huh.
He lives up kind of by Dale.
Oh.
North.
Yep.
No, I don't know.
Basically, he would be more. Aren't you?
From south of
basi-
Joplin,
Yes, east of
Oh,
Joplin.
southeast of Joplin, right?
Thanks
I'm
for coming in.
pretty-
I didn't see you till just
I'm
now.
30 minutes from Kansas, 30 minutes from Oklahoma, and 30 minutes from Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yep.
When they hear, they just came in.
Where are they at?
Oh,
Oh, they
That's why you're.
chat.
So basically, you're an hour. You're an hour farther south than what I am.
Right. It takes you an
Tahlequah
hour,
is more of a
hour
straight-
and a half to get to your place.
Yep.
It would take me 2.5 hours to get to the Lake Tenkiller.
Yeah.
And it'd take me about an hour to get to where Jan's meetup is going to be at, which is dang, I can never remember that lake. It starts with an S.
I think there's gonna be a lot of people can't. So they were giving away a free campsite last week. I think it was last week. There,
Mm.
but I mean, I wouldn't. When we go, we'll probably just stay at Sarah's house, stay the night at Sarah's, and then drive over there.
My biggest problem is I have a show right there in the 1st of June that I have to announce. I have to MC, and I can't remember what date it is. I need to get a hold of those people.
Where's that at?
It would be here close.
The
Fort
show's
Scott.
going to go to you?
No, it's a livestock show.
Oh, okay.
So that's like
Stockton Lake. That's where Jan's going to be at.
Stockton.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Stockton.
Hey, I got
Stockton will be
CRF,
close
you know?
for me.
Huh?
Stockton will be close for me.
Yeah,
I
that
can
I'm going to drive up
Stockton.
for that.
Yeah, I'd like to go to Jan's, but I just don't know that back to back because then I don't know. I haven't heard back if we're going to be working at the Okie Homestead Expo again this year or not. I mean, that'd be a lot of back and forth, a bunch of 3-hour
Oh.
trips.
I'm going to go to the Okie Homestead also.
And I got to look at each other's.
I would.
The horse.
I don't know
station.
about Okie Homestead, but I can guarantee you that Lisa and I will be going and working wherever they need us at the Ozark homesteading.
Yeah, so we would like to go to that one this year. So whenever you start planning that one, Dale, let Nina and I know because I think it would be pretty. That one's big. It's like the Okie Homestead Expo. There's
That's
a lot
in
of-
Marshall, though, right?
It's in Marshfield.
Right.
Yeah,
So that's 2.5, 3 hours for me.
Yeah, it's a long trip for us, but we
When is that supposed to be?
they
it's
haven't
in
said that yet.
when was
September,
it?
you said?
I think it's September, isn't it?
I should be healed enough to go then.
I didn't think they had said yet.
No, they did. They just announced it. Let me look.
Oh,
When are
Because
you
they're
going to do
gonna
yours?
have,
Are you going to do yours again?
I need to talk to the group again and see what their thoughts are. I think we're planning. I don't know if we're going to have it the same time of the year.
Devin is double dipping. He's over there at Devil Dogs too.
25th and
Our new land.
Yeah, so
Yep.
it's August 25th and 26th.
August
Is
25th,
when Ozark
26th.
is.
Okay, let me get my calendar down so I can write it down here.
And they're going to have Joel Salatin's going to be there.
On the lady alarm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who else is going to be there?
I have to look it up.
But it's going to be, I guarantee you, Joel's going to show up. It's going to be huge.
Yeah, because if Joel shows up, then most likely another one that they'll try to mimic there for a little bit might show up.
Did you say 25 and 26, Dale?
Who's that?
25th and 26th.
Okay. I should be able to go that way because my knee should be healed good enough.
Yeah, let me look and see if I can.
What kind of work is this cotton?
Yeah, because
Paint.
she just announced it.
I don't know.
Yeah, so Living Traditions will be there. There it is. I got it.
You got it?
So Joel Salatin, Kevin and Sarah from Living Traditions will be there. Farmstead Meat Smith, I'm trying to remember his name. He'll be there. Lisa Bass is going to be there. Dr. Leo Sharskin, I think he was there last year. And that's just the main, like the main line. You know what I mean? Your main speakers. Yeah. Then you got people like Pathways they do more than one talk. Morris Patch of Heaven does.
White House on the Hill.
White House on the Hill last year did one. Lots of channels, but we had a good meet up there. We enjoyed it. It was not just a meetup. It was more like ours. Like you got to learn a whole bunch of stuff while you were there. We really liked it.
Yeah.
So what if you're gonna do yours again this year? What are you gonna have the same people talking, or do you have new ones? Or do you know?
I don't know yet. We haven't. Like I say, I need to reach out to the group, but I also know that Gathered Together, she gonna be hatching here pretty quick, so that's gonna pretty much like take up their world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna be a little busy.
So, and then Gary and Cindy from Pathways, they're in the process of moving to basically eastern Missouri. I mean, they say central Missouri, but
It'd be about 2 hours from us, like you said.
How do they pop it right there?
Because I
don't
can.
Oh.
Yes, I am.
Who's moving there?
Yeah.
To eastern Missouri?
yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of it. The
Jamie.
town.
Jamie's over there on Eddie's page taking up for me. She's like, Mitchell's been here. Oh, that's pretty funny.
That Devil Dog helped me out with my banner. He did a really good job with it.
Well, Rooster just come in. He locked his keys in his truck.
You what?
He locked his keys in his truck.
Oh, you know what I thought you said? He wants to season his truck. We're like, what? Let's season your truck.
It's so rare that I am on at night. I got two.
I got a two.
All right. Well, guys, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go start making supper. But
All right, Dale.
What do you
Talk
have?
later.
I'll come up to eat. I've had
Yeah,
supper yet. What are you eating?
All right. We'll talk. See you guys.
See you,
See ya.
Dale.
Bye.
Tell Lisa bye.
Excuse me, darling. I have a message for you.
That's my phone. Sorry, guys.
It's all right.
I have that I can hear that when a truck's running. I can't hear the ringtones, but I can hear the person saying that.
Now that happened, I unlocked.
But seasoning, how you season your truck?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. That's interesting.
What is?
Oh, the seasoning in the truck.
Well, that's what it sounded like he said.
Yeah.
Rich is here. I could have sworn he said he wants to season his truck. And I went, what? Not locked his keys in the truck.
Right.
I thought, hold it. Maybe that's some kind of mechanical term. I haven't heard that before.
Simply Jan.
Simply Jan, hello. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, Jan. And yes, I'm watching Eddie too. And so is Mitchell.
So Jan, Nina wanted to do a live, so I didn't turn it the opportunity of Nina wanting to come do a live with me. But the link is up in the pinned in the chat. If you want to come up and give Nina a hard time,
Or not.
you can you get a loose faucet to give Nina a hard time.
So, Nina, why did you decide to do it today?
I don't know.
I don't know. Just a la whim?
On a whim.
Yeah, she just looked at me. She's like, "Hey, we got to go live tonight." I was like,
I think she knew Eddie was going to be up, but his place would be packed.
I've been doing more shorts, and so I was like, well, we can go live. I don't know.
I had a video pop this morning, and I have another one popping tomorrow morning.
So since we've been going for a little bit now, I did want to bring it back up because Jerry was in here the last time that we talked about it. Let me get this. Oh, yeah, I was over there. I am actually still over there. Present screen.
We're double dipping tonight.
Yeah. So this is Ava's new channel. We just created for Ava.
I've joined that already.
Yeah. So I was just saying for the new people that just coming in, Ava's our oldest daughter. So she started a channel. She's got 7 videos up, one actual video, and 6 different shorts.
What is that page there, Mitchell? What is that?
This is a horse.
No, I mean, what is? It says total lifetime and all that. What is that? I mean, how are you looking at that? I've never seen that before.
It's TubeBuddy.
Oh, okay. It's like that that Blade Social.
Social Blade.
Yeah, Social Blade.
Yeah.
This is okay. This is the other one.
Yeah,
okay.
This is just the free version. I just use the free version, and then
So
this is. Go ahead, Jerry.
Social Blade's free too.
Yeah, this is. I just like TubeBuddy. I just picked it. So this is Emma's channel. She has 8 shorts, 22 subscribers, and her channel is brand new. Also, we started both of them. Ava does barrel race. Emma does hunter jumper stuff.
Okay.
So we got the
So
expensive.
put the links in the chat. So I got Emma's. I don't have Ava's.
Okay, so
Ava does barrel race, yes. Emma does hunter jumping.
copy. Paste. And that is the
Where's Army land from?
Oklahoma. Well, Texas kind of, but his land is in Oklahoma. That one is Ava's channel, and then
Okay, I am subscribed to that one.
That's really cool. Where's she hunter jumper trainer at?
and this one is Emma's channel. Oh, look at Joshy Poo snuck in here. Didn't even see him. But yeah, so those 2 links are Ava's and Emma's channels. If you guys want to check them out, that would be They have been bird dogging their. Did I just remove you?
No, I pushed the wrong button.
Oh,
I
so
kicked myself out. That's why I come jump try to get back so I don't lose anything.
yeah. So Ava and Emma have been bird dogging their subscriptions. I think they're wanting to try to catch up with Mom and Dad's channel. Which I mean, I hope they do. That'd be awesome if they caught up with our channels. They've been pumping out the shorts for less than a week.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was reading the chat there.
All right.
Argyle, Texas.
Yeah,
Where's that at?
Texas, duh. It's just kind of down by Dallas, or in between Dallas and Denton, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Would you quit?
But yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta move my
Oh, I had too many things going on one time. Okay. I think I might have this back here. All right. So I got them both subscribed.
Okay. They will appreciate it. But
Well,
go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I don't know what I was going to say.
I was just going to tell you on April 7th, I'm being interviewed by Rich Cat Ranch.
Yeah.
They want to interview me, so I want to be sure everybody I know knows about it, so they can all come in and harass me.
Yeah. I watch Rich Cat every once in a while whenever I see him on, if I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, it's on. It's gonna be a Friday.
Be sure and
You
put it
may
on
be
your
at work.
community tab, Gary.
Huh?
Be sure and put it on your community tab.
Yeah, that's why I will. I have to get confirmation first, so then I will.
Yeah.
Hey, what I want to talk to you about is your tractor. I told you I want to talk to you about your tractor.
Yes.
Your tractor is a 2030,
Yes.
correct? Which is the same as a 1530, but what's the difference between the 1530 and the 2030?
Horsepower.
Is it 3-cylinder or is it a 4-cylinder?
Mine is a 6-cylinder.
6-cylinder. Okay. All right. But the body is the same.
Actually, the frame is the same.
Okay.
So the 2030 is before subcompact tractors became cool. John Deere came out with the 2030 in order to help the mid-class farmer. So you could have a 70 horsepower tractor and still have the small frame. So, but they did, because my tractor it says it's 73 horsepower.
Why are you asking me?
I don't know. It's like 70 something horsepower, according to the sheet, or according to the build sheet. But they actually dyno at like 70, 78 horsepower.
Okay.
I mean, it's a pretty good sized tractor.
Well, it's the same body length though, right? Of the 1530, or is it shorter?
I think the 1530 might be a little bit shorter.
Okay. So it's got a different transmission then too, correct? Even though it looks like the same.
It's a high low 1 through 4 and 1 through or 5 through 8.
Okay, it's the same then.
Yeah.
Like the transmission thing.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. I'd have to look up the 1530 and see what they are. So my that 2030 tractor is a pretty rare tractor to get in the United States. They didn't have very many of them brought in. They were really big in Europe.
Okay.
Because they in Europe they wanted the smaller frame but the same horsepower, or the bigger horsepower.
Right.
So they sold a lot of them in Europe with cabs.
Okay, and you don't have a loader on yours, correct?
No.
Okay, I have a loader on mine,
Yeah.
and the reason I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna ask Jan what kind of livestock
No.
she's getting.
Maybe.
So anyways, I have my loader on, which is, I was told by other people the loader's too big for what that tractor is. I've broken several spindles. I've gone through probably I'd say close to 6. And I keep an extra spindle here just for that reason, because I put moving hay or something like that. I'd snap the spindle, and so then I'm down in the field until I get a spindle order. So now I keep one extra. So if it breaks, I can change it like in 10 minutes.
Yeah. But I've actually been looking at trying to. So we used one of my friends' tractors last year to cut hay with. It's a Kubota M60, M75. So so now they have the def at if it's above 75 horsepower, it has to have def.
Right.
And it's the one that you don't have to have def on.
That's 75 below.
Yeah, so it's a cab tractor. I mean, this sucker is nice. And I told my wife, I was like, we had to look into buying one of them.
The new one's about $42,000.
Shoot.
Jan, we need a tractor too that's not broken.
I just haven't had time to work on it.
What do you mean shoot? Have you checked out? They're higher than that?
Oh yeah, they start out at 68,000.
Oh, they've gone up then.
Yeah, and then to get dual remotes, because I want dual remotes on one.
Right.
For my round baler, so you could pick up the pickup and the door all at the same time instead of getting out and moving hoses around.
Right. You need like what I have. In a deal like I got a New Holland. It's 110 horsepower, and I got it through a guy who had only used it to mix hay. The hours on it I'm pushing almost 88,000 hours on it now, but it's still like brand new. And I cut hay with it. It's a cab, and the only thing I've had problems with is like the radiator got plugged up a little bit, which I didn't realize. I was hosing it out and cleaning it out, but I guess in between the radiator and the oil cooler on the transmission, you can't really see into it, and you've got to snap loose your front radiator and make it swing out before you can get to it to clean all that grass seed out of there. And I had a problem with grass seed in there, and then I had, but I got it for $27,000. And I got an awesome deal on it because the guy was selling it, and a friend of mine knew who had it and told me about it, and I jumped on it.
So the tractor I've been actually looking at, before TYM got YouTube
Advertisement.
Yeah, YouTube famous. I had been looking at TYM tractors for a little bit, and they have a 99 horsepower one, and it's $71,000 for the 99 horsepower with the buddy seat, 3 remotes in the back, the loader, and everything. And I was looking at it brand new, and it seems like a pretty good deal.
Well, I got a question about that. Is it hydrostatic like the one Daniel got? Daniel Arms got one, and it's hydrostatic.
Yeah, but he got the small one.
Right.
He got one that's like a 50 horsepower, and so you can order all the TYMs with any kind of transmission. You could get the 12 speed shuttle. Which that's what I would get, the 12-speed shuttle. So it'd be a lot like your John Deere's, your Cases, and things like that. Hey, Heather, thanks for coming in. But yeah, that's what I would look at. But you can get the 75 horsepower, the pre-def one of the TYM tractors for $48,000 is the quote that I got in November for it, because we were pretty serious about buying one there for a little bit, and then we had some things come up, and we haven't.
It's a commitment. It's almost like buying a house.
Yeah,
I know. I know. I mean, right next, near me is a tractor guy who has LSs. I don't know if you heard of it. Waltz tractor.
Yeah, no, well, I've heard of the LS tractors.
Yeah, it's actually, I've done some research on it. The LS is actually a New Holland tractor.
Yeah, so
you can buy parts for New Holland that will go on the LS, and vice versa.
So a lot of the people don't really understand that a lot of your small subcompact tractors are all pretty much manufactured by about 3 different places
Right.
overseas. They're not made in the U.S. anymore. And
Yep.
the TYM and LS are the two of the manufacturers that make a lot of tractors for a lot of other companies.
Yep.
So,
Even John Deere, they make John Deere tractors too, the smaller ones, the E
Yeah.
series and all that.
yeah, well, once you get in your 100 horsepower and bigger tractors, then yeah, they are assembled in the U.S.
Right.
So, I mean, and there's probably some other companies that are made here in the U.S. that I don't really know too much
I
about.
think New Holland. No, it's not. It's Case HI that makes down in. Dang it. I went to the factory when I was going to college. I can't remember what state it was in, but they make over 100 horsepower tractors there.
Yeah,
But that's the Case HI, RAIH. So
Yeah.
they have them down there. But they said over the 100 horsepower is all made under horsepower is all made overseas.
yeah.
So, anyways,
Close for tomorrow. Okay.
So I didn't realize, but I didn't have Nina as a moderator on the channel. She is now.
oh really?
Yeah.
What am I gonna do?
Well, in case I need you to put something in there, you can't put a link in there, or you
Yeah.
couldn't put a link in there until now. So now, if you type anything you type in there, it'll actually pop up.
Hmm.
So,
So
Yeah,
how's your hours now?
they're actually going up. Let me.
I hope so. I've been playing it 24/7. I matter of fact, today I ran out of your master list. I started playing the other list, and it ran. I think it's almost ran out there too.
So
I'll have to clear my history and then start you all over again.
So so it's at 2763.
Okay, that's not that. Oh, that's you're 1,000.
Yeah.
Almost 1,200 hours down.
Yeah, well, so it was a 300 away, and then once I hit my 1,000, it pretty much just started. It just started plummeting because those big videos dropped off.
Right.
So it's been at 2,700 pretty much since you started running the playlist.
Really.
Yeah, I mean it's gone. It's
Well,
been
I'm just maintaining then. I'm maintaining it.
yeah, pretty much
Dang.
is what it looks like. There's
It probably has to update tomorrow.
yeah. I mean it went up 10 hours yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean it is going up. It's just,
That's still for yesterday went up 10 hours. That's still 2 days ago. So it hasn't counted yesterday's hours.
yeah, I guess not.
Because you're 2 hours. It's all 2 days behind.
Oh.
So you
So-
haven't counted yesterday's hours or today's hours.
Yeah. Well, I thought about doing one of those 24-hour live deals like Eddie and
Yeah.
them did. I really have considered doing the 24-hour live.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me give you a little bit of insight on that. You may know or may not know. You can't do more than 12 hours at a time, or they won't let it count. So you have to stop at like 11 hours and 55 minutes, and then restart again to do it, or they won't count it. That's what I've heard from other people.
I was thinking about breaking it at 10-hour live and a 10-hour live, and then finishing off with a third small live.
A little 4-hour live.
Yeah.
Well, if you do it, I'll come in and help you. Where I can.
Yeah.
I won't. I'm not going to do the full 24 hours with you. I mean, I have to keep this here, so I have to keep my beauty sleep.
Yeah.
If I don't have my beauty sleep, I get really ugly.
I
do than I am.
I really had thought about seeing it and seeing how much it helps, but I thought about telling. Can I move my leg there, man? I thought about telling Eddie and Gary and all those guys that really do like.
Well, Eddie said he was playing your playlist too. He told me he was playing it. And I was playing it. He said he started playing your playlist. And I thought, well, man, he'll go right up. I mean, he must have lost a lot of hours.
Oh, I did. I lost. Well, I went from 300 hours away, so I was at 3,700. I was
Yep.
at 37. I was at 3720, and then I hit 1,000, and it was like 100 hours fell off, and then 20 something hours fell off, and I'm like, what the heck's going on? And then the next thing I know, I lost 1,000 hours. I was like, geez.
So what did you learn by that?
That there were people watched a huge amount of my videos that month.
You should have learned by that was that you have to put out videos constantly so you don't lose those hours.
I put out a video every week.
We used to do 2 every week.
Yeah.
Well, when I started, I was putting out. I did that 100 hours, supposedly 100 videos in 100 days challenge if you get 1,000 subscribers, and I did that, and I put 100 videos out every day from at least 3 to 10 minutes, some a little bit longer. And after 100 days, I wasn't at 1,000 subscribers. I was still like at 200. And I said, you know what? Because it's a lot of work to put one out every single day.
Oh yeah.
So I just started cutting back on. I try to put one out. I try to put 2 to 3 out every week. But like this last week, I didn't do anything until Friday. I put one out Friday, Saturday, and tomorrow. I put 3 videos out. So I do shorts every once in a while. I did a short on the manure spreader we got, and it hit 1,300 views.
I seen that manure spreader one. What was that comment that I was gonna leave on that?
I don't know. We need a manure spreader.
Yeah, so we're actually probably going to be buying one from Pennsylvania, made in the U.S. company.
Yeah. I bought one just to spread my horse manure.
That's what we're mainly going to do it for.
You won't believe the price I got on this one. I got it for $400.
What?
Yeah.
That's good.
A friend of mine had it who wasn't used anymore. It had been sitting in his barn for like probably 8 to 10 years. And he had it's a Massey Ferguson.
Yeah.
And it's PTO driven. So you just get in, click your PTO on, and it automatically starts to turn.
Yeah.
And so you don't have to go a certain speed or anything. You just start going and it just starts turning.
So Raquel, I had wondered if something like that wasn't happening, because it doesn't seem like as many people that are telling me that are running my playlist with 200 videos. I would think that I would have my hours relatively fast. So I have kind of been wondering the same thing if they're not counting everybody's view. So I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. Well,
maybe I've tried the comments on your lives or your videos too.
Yeah.
But it's as long as everybody's clearing out if they're running it and they don't clear out the cache, it won't count. I know.
Well, yeah.
History. I clear out the history and it shows I'm not watching any videos.
Yeah. So I don't know, but it makes sense, because it makes sense what she's thinking. I kind of have wondered that same thing, because there's 7 people telling me that they're running my playlist constantly. And that many hours. Because if you're running it and you through the end, I can watch 400 videos in 2 days if they're about average like mine are, because I just did it for 2 other people, and if 7 people were doing it for my channel, I don't see how that I'm staying at 2,700. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. And I do understand that people are getting busy. They don't have the time to run the list. I get that. But if that many people that are saying that they're running it, you would think it would go pretty fast.
Well,
You think so?
And Nina's she cleared her history on her deal, and she's been watching it on the phone, and it hasn't gone up. So I don't know.
Maybe it doesn't work that way anymore then.
I don't know. Because
it'll be fine. You get there when you get there.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Nina and I. We're not like I was saying earlier. It'd be nice to, because we spent $100 on filming equipment today. It'd be nice to get that money back, but we're not just doing it for everybody else's video and for everybody else's sake.
Do it for your own history too.
Right. And
Right.
so
So what did you buy today?
we bought a new so it's because Nina is wanting more. Turn this back off for a second. So when we're filming, hand me the big camera. So when we're filming, Nina seems to think that it is too dark when we're filming, and she wants the videos to look brighter. So we went and bought this new light. It just clicks on here. So when you're filming, it kind of just brightens the area up that you're
Right.
filming. You know.
How
And
far
then-
did they shoot out though?
So that's the thing with this one. I'm not really sure because we were in Best Buy. I just wanted to go in there, and this is one that is for vlogging. It probably says on the box, but then I have the one that's on the on the computer too.
Right.
And it changes settings. Like it's on the dimmest setting that it can be on. And I have this huge battery backup. It's over there by that coffee cup. That big, it's right. Yeah, that. So I can plug that one into, and then I can run it from this battery backup on the tripod.
I got one of those too. And I've got my
Um,
phone hooked up to it right now, charging it.
Yeah. So, and then we bought another tripod, or
Like a,
it's like a selfie stick kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But it's also a tripod. So when you're out there filming, you can just set it up like a tripod, and then it extends up, and it'll still stay with the legs down. And
That's for your phone.
It actually, it is for a phone, but it'll also hold. It has a deal for the camera to screw on as well.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it'll do both.
I mainly got that one for the girls because I think it'll be easier for them to do their shorts or their videos or whatever
Right.
with the selfie stick.
And the GoPro, it has a deal to do the GoPro on this as well.
Mhm.
So it'll work out really good for the
When I
kids.
bought my GoPro, I bought a GoPro accessory kit,
Mm-hmm.
and it came with a selfie stick on it. It came with this here I use on my camera, but it came with this. And
Do you have a Sony camera?
I have a Sony. Yeah.
Yeah, is that the 10V or SV10 or something? Whatever.
Let's see. Well, I can't even remember what the thing is. You have to ask me these things, huh?
Well, I almost bought the Sony camera. Is the only reason why I ask. I really like the Sony.
And I never can figure out where it's at either.
Oh, I don't know on the Sonys. I could tell you on the Canons because I bought my Canon M50. I bought this one.
Had
I
it,
can tell you how much I paid for it.
had it a
I
while.
remember that. No, I don't see the number. See it on there now.
Babe, can we bring you another drink? But my GoPro, my GoPro, I use this little clamp on deal, the little clamp for the.
Yeah, I got that one of those too. Yeah.
You can put this on a take up on a baler, and it will not vibrate off of there, and it just sets and makes the prettiest B-roll. I did it last year on a couple videos, and it makes the prettiest. I
saw when you set it up on the baler when you were picking up the hay and it was going into the baler. I watched that today when I was on, and I thought, hey, that doesn't even shake very much. That's pretty cool.
No, the GoPros. So we actually today when I was in there, I really wanted to buy that GoPro 11 black because
I got the 10.
Mine's the 8.
I got the 10 black. See.
Yeah, mine's the 8 black. And the stability in them is just amazing what they can do with these GoPros. But it has such a wide angle lens, it can cut a whole bunch out of it and stabilizes it.
I haven't learned how to use the GoPro enough. Like I know there's a slow-mo motion thing you can put on it, so you can you can be cutting whatever you put on slow-mo, and then it takes snippets of it. But every time I push the button on a sucker, it does something different. So I kind of like, I need to watch a video and get the hang of what to do on all of it.
So you can actually, mine, I can actually just yell at it slow-mo or a time lapse, and it'll start doing it.
Really? I wonder if this will do that.
Yeah, I'm sure yours will if my 8 does it.
I just
But
got to figure out how to do it.
I really want to get the 11 because it has the it has the deal to hook it has a light accessory that you can put on it, and it has the external mic built into it with a puff screen or the windsock. You can get either one with it. I just have to convince this lady, and maybe if I start making money on YouTube, I could buy one.
Right.
Then.
Well, I was looking today because I've attached my Amazon to my homepage type thing, so I had to have like a wish list in order to have the Amazon hooked to it.
Yeah.
So I was looking at the Amazon today, and I finally found a 2 mic set that will hook to my camera, so I could have it like a pin mic on my shirt. It works up to 165 feet away.
So there's a really cool one that I want that I almost bought whenever I bought all of my camera stuff, my big camera stuff. So DJI makes it, and it will go 300 yards from your camera.
300 yards.
Yards.
How much was that though?
It was $259.
Yeah. Well, this was only $49
but
for 2 mics.
So this one though, it plugged into the side of it. The receiver plugged in the side of your camera, or you could use the backup that it records on your lapel mic deal.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it had dueling. So in case you got too far away, you could just put your audio, and it's time stamped to match your camera when it loses it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I really want that, dude.
Yeah, that's expensive. I just wanted something that I can hook up, and so Susan's on the other side of the field doing something, I can at least record what she's saying, because she turns around and yells, and you go, what did you say? And I have to go back and cut it out, So
yeah.
And I wanted 2 mics so her and I could be doing something, and you don't have, and we can set the camera up, and you can still see what we're doing and talking, and people can hear what you're saying. So I looked at this one on Amazon today, and I put it on my wish list for $49. I figured, well, maybe when I get a little bit extra money, I can go buy that.
So this mic that I bought for my camera, so I just took the windscreen off of the windsock off of. It's directional.
Directional mic, right? That's why I looked at those too.
Yeah. So if you're talking, this mic picks it up. I don't care how far you are away. Like we were worming the goats the other day, and I had it set over by the garage, and I could hear myself talking to the kids while we were worming the goats.
Yeah, but how about for you? If you're standing behind the camera and you're recording, does it pick up you talking really good too, or does it make it sound like you're muffled?
No. So this one does, because it has the slots in the sides, so it will actually pick up behind it, and it really doesn't matter. It's been a really good mic, and it was one of the cheap ones on Amazon is where I bought it at, and it's a Movi.
Yep, I saw those today. Yep.
Is that how you say that? Movo,
yeah.
It's a XR, or sorry, I said that wrong. It's a VXR10 is the model number, and it's been an awesome mic. I've used it for a year and a half now, and I love it.
Maybe not that long.
Oh, a year.
When you download your videos, does your camera put a number on it?
What do you mean?
Well, like when I record something, and I stop it and start it again, stop it and start again. When I download it, it has each one of the little files.
Mm-hmm.
Each time I stop it, it puts a file and it puts a file number on it.
Yeah, so mine does, but it's a C number, and so it'll be like 1620, and then 1621, 1623. So they're all in consecutive order of when I stopped.
Right. That's what mine. That's mine is the same thing. I was just wondering because let me see here. Well, I'm up to so I got to see also, and I'm up to 1665.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
I think mine's like 18 something, but
Yeah. And then I got this little I don't know what to call it. It's a little icon. It has an M01 behind it. It has a 1665 M01, and I haven't figured out what that M means.
so that's your that's your raw data. Is there a video on that one?
Yeah, I've got it. It's before it's C65 or 1665, and then afterwards it's C1665 M01.
So on the Canon cameras, if you take a picture, like a regular still picture,
Right.
you have your image, and then you have your raw data for doing like enhanced photography. If you use a really nice editing software, you can go in there and you can do a lot of extra stuff that you can't do with like really inexpensive software. But if you buy the Canon editing software, you can do a whole bunch of stuff. And it's the same way with their motion software. So they have raw data, and then they have their actual.
This is what it shows, Mitchell. On that M, I highlighted the M. I opened it up.
That's just the raw. That's just the raw data.
That's
so
raw
that's,
data.
If you buy the Sony editing software, you can do a ton of stuff with it. But I can tell you, because I looked at the Canon stuff, it is very complicated. It is not like regular film editing. It is. I
take things out of the background, and you can.
Yeah, well, you can do that. I can do that already with Filmoria.
I haven't started doing that stuff.
Yeah, so it's.
I mean, I have fun doing it, editing, but I'm still real novice at it.
I think, there's been the huge discussions on editing and everybody talking about it. And I think, and just like I was telling the girls when they were asking me if they could use the same editing software as I do, and I said, well, I can help you probably a little faster with it versus if got free software for your computer to do, because there are a few free ones. But because I'm really familiar with Filmoria, I think that's the biggest thing. You have to get comfortable with whatever you're using. Like, find something and stick with it until you get it figured out. I think the people that really struggle with editing is they're bouncing around from editing software. And once I bought the Filmoria, I've just stuck with it, and we get it at a pretty good deal because I just pay the annual fee.
Yeah.
But I did it when it was on sale, and then this last time when I updated it, we got it. It was on at the sale time again, and we got it for, I think it was like 40, but wasn't it like 40 something, $43 or something like that?
Oh, it was like 60.
It may have been 60.
For what? For
the film.
My Filmora, I paid $89 for it. Or no, $79.95 for it, and then I pay a $20.99 a monthly charge to be able to get all the enhanced music and backgrounds and all that good stuff. The other stuff. That's why I pay a monthly charge for. Filmora, that was Filmora 10. There's now 11 out.
Yeah, I have. There's 12.
Is there 12?
Yeah, I have 12.
Maybe that's 12 that came out. I've got one. It just came out, and I haven't. I keeps asking me to download, and I haven't done it.
I like it. You can change so the view that you have whenever you get it. I was like, whoa, I don't know about this stuff. I want to go back to the old thing. Well, there's a setting where you can do the view like the old, but you still get all the new functions. So So that's what I did. It looks just like the old Filmoria does. Because whenever I bought this new computer, I re-downloaded it, and I downloaded the brand new, I think Filmoria 12 is what it is.
Okay, well, so I need it. I just been, I don't know. I've just been leery because, man, I'm just really getting into the 11. I think that's that 11 I got, and it's 12 they want me to download. And I just been getting into that one. So I just
you can keep the same view as the old, and that's what I did. I like I say, the only thing though, all the music and stuff that I had downloaded to the old from my old Filmoria, it didn't transfer. So I have every time I need that, like something that I've already downloaded or bought, I have to go in there and re-download it, which isn't a big deal because I already paid for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out though. I mean, the thing is, I get here and then I'll say, okay, I'm gonna make edit. Like I got a video on here that I gotta get downloaded. Actually, there's 2 on here, and I gotta get downloaded. But I come in here and then Eddie come live, and then you come live. So I go in at that, and I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing because I'm going in and visiting with everybody, going, oh man, I gotta get this. So I get up like a Monday morning. There's nobody online, so I can get all this editing done. Yeah. So it's just it's one of those things.
Well, I've actually got really. So whenever I first started editing, I spent probably 5 or 6 hours per video when I was very first starting to edit the videos with the Filmoria.
Right.
And I can edit a video and cut stuff out really quick now. I've got to the point where I can just.
Dale said you camera snobs.
What's
Come on, back up, Dale.
You talking about my Canon? Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about Jerry's Sony?
Can't be talking about me. I'm his BFF.
So there's that Sony though. Speaking of back to cameras, iMovie, yes. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it, Jan. I think iMovie. I think you just got to get used to whatever you're using, and I think all of them can make a great video.
Well, I don't have an iPhone, so if you don't have an iPhone, you're not going to use iMovie.
Right. And I don't like my computers aren't not mine are all Windows based computers.
Yeah.
So I use this word very, very loosely. I hate Apple. I always have. It is not a very. It's the operating. No, because I have this all going on my head and I can't get it all out fast enough. It's a closed. I don't know.
He hates Apple.
I my work phone. Whenever I have to send a message, I go to my work computer. I have my work computer in my backpack over there. If I need to send an email, need to do anything.
What's your phone? Is your phone an iPhone?
No.
No, you have Android?
Yeah, that's the only thing I'll ever buy.
His work phone is an iPhone.
Yeah, my work phone's an iPhone.
Oh. Yeah, I don't. I've never had an iPhone. Never had. I used to have Apple computer way back when I was going to college in California and trying to become a computer programmer. And I used to program. I started learning how to do Pascal on an Apple. Apple 64. Or an Apple E. I don't know if that was before your time.
No, but I still know what they are. I mean,
I love my iPhone.
Nina does like her iPhone. Nina has always had an iPhone. I've tried to convert her to Android, and she just will not convert. The kids are iPhone only. I don't know. I think the reason why the kids are iPhone only because I have that loathing hate for iPhone, and it may be more of a Bill Gates thing. I don't know.
Dale, just to tell you the truth, what happened was where I got my phone, my camera. I'll show you right there. And my GoPro was when my dad passed away, he left me a bunch of money, and I thought, if I'm going to do this YouTube thing, I need to have a good camera and a good GoPro because we're always on the go. We're always doing things, on the tractors or whatever. So I thought I get these things. Now my problem is I haven't had the time to really learn them like I need to be able to know what I can and cannot do with them exactly. So I'm still learning. I'm in a big learning process. But that's the reason why I have what I have and I don't do my phones. I tried to do some things on the phones, and I had somebody else tell me that I didn't know you could turn your phone sideways and record with it. I didn't know you could do that because it doesn't show that on when you look on the phone.
So Jerry, I will say Nina is new. Nina has what is this one? 14. The iPhone 14, the brand new one.
Right.
It makes a wonderful video. You can't tell the difference between it and the GoPro.
Right.
Now you can if you get into the Canon because I can do 4K on the Canon. So, but there is no reason for if someone says that they can't start a YouTube channel because they don't have anything to film with. These phone cameras are so good anymore, and it doesn't matter what brand, iPhone or Android, they make really good cameras.
Right. I've got my phone that new Pixel 7, and it takes good videos. It's just that in order for me, I can load a short from that, but I can't. I have to. If it's longer than a short, I have to email it to my computer so I can be able to edit it and be able to set it off as on the phone. No, I don't have any editing software on my Pixel 7 I know of. And I know there's supposed to be some things on there you can do things, but you know what? I'm getting old. I can't remember all this stuff.
So Jerry, you can actually plug your phone into your computer and just transfer the file instead of emailing it, and it's that quick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's how I do it. So I plug my phone into my computer, and then
my computer beeps and says your phone's connected to it.
Yeah,
but and then what do you do?
Does it ask you for file transfer?
It asks you what do you want to do, and it has all these different things on it, but none of this says file transfer.
So okay, when you on your phone screen, whenever you plug your phone into it.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go do something and come back and try it.
Okay, so I'll explain it to you real quick. So
okay.
You go to your file, like you have your internet, your file, like your file finder. Let me see what it's actually called.
On your phone?
On your computer. Go to File Explorer. You'll click on it, and then at the side over there, it'll say desktop. Any other drives that you have to hook to it.
Right. I see it.
And then you can click on your phone, and then it'll have I'd have to plug my phone into it.
Okay.
It's like DCP or camera, then DCP, then camera, then your video. Then it'll go to your video feeds.
All right, I'm gonna have to check it out because I don't know.
Yeah, it's
right now my camera's down to 50%. So I'll check it out next time, and if I find a problem, I'll email you or something.
Yeah, I can we can always do one of these, or we can do it like Teams, and I can walk you through it.
Or we do it after a show thing where it's not really live.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try that. I'll try to record something and then see if you do that. But I've been having Susan email because she takes her phone, goes out, does a short, and she emails it to me. Or she'll send it to me, by texting. Then I send it as a short. But if it's longer, then she has to email it to me, and then I have to open the email and then download it in order for me to do anything with it.
Oh yeah, no, like even when Nina records on her phone, I just plug her phone in and transfer it straight to the computer. There's no.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that then. I plugged my phone in before and it goes click and it says if the phone's connected and I don't
So
I thought I could do it, but I just never have learned how to.
So when you plug a Motorola, because I like the Motorola phones, that's the ones that I like. So you plug it in, you'll plug it in to your computer, and then it'll pop up on the phone, and it'll say file transfer, charge only, webcam. It'll give you like 4 different options, and you just hit file transfer. I wouldn't do it on not your computer, especially if you have personal stuff on your phone. But with your computer and your phone, do file transfer, and then go to your computer, and then go to File Explorer, and then you'll be able to see your phone on your File Explorer section. Click it, open it up, and then there'll be like 4 different windows there to click on. It's really easy. It's super easy. The iPhone's a little bit different because they're a lot harder to find all of the
hold on 1 second. I got my thing. I plugged it in.
Camera snobs.
Hey, that's not true.
I film everything with that.
Well, it's an iPhone.
There's nothing wrong with filming just from your phone.
And I don't use Filmora, so I don't have a computer, so I don't worry about that. I edit everything on my phone.
Yeah, I that's what I was saying. I think
Snobs. I've been called Worstdale.
Yeah.
I've been called Worstdale.
I think you just have to find something that works for you, and then master that.
Don't get me wrong, guys. I come up here to tease you guys about that because
that's fine.
I have access to a GoPro. Guy, I just didn't like what I did, but maybe I didn't know how to use it right. But
I've only used my GoPro deal like 3 times. Because it's got so many functions on it. I didn't know how to. Every time I touch the screen, it would do something. Oh, what am I doing?
Yeah.
And so I just kind of like, if I can't turn it on and it be on record, then I don't want to touch nothing once I get it on.
The biggest problem I have with using my iPhone is I have to go in and clear out because I run out of storage.
Storage.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a common problem with iPhones because Nina and the kids can fill up an iPhone that fast. And I don't ever fill up my phone. But I back my phone up regularly on the computer. It's just a habit, and I've tried to talk Nina into doing it. We have multiple drives. There's plenty of storage to do it in. She just doesn't do it. It's just one of those things.
It's just so the biggest problem I can see with it, and Mitchell knows I am 100% an iPhone guy, not an Android guy.
Right.
Is
hey, give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. You guys keep talking.
Okay. Is that it sends everything to your
Cloud
iCloud or whatever. Well, you'll go in and delete those pictures, but they're still on your cloud.
Yeah, you have to go on the computer and go up to the cloud and delete them.
If you do a hard shutdown or it downloads new software, it'll pull all those that you thought you deleted back into it.
Yeah.
Unless you go into, say, a MacBook, you go clear to your cloud through it and delete it off of them.
Yeah.
It's my biggest problem. And it might be that I just haven't found the right setting. But so what I've done is I got me a SD card, and I actually use the same thing that I use for my game camera. We'll plug right into it, and I send everything to it because it's not the problem with the phone. The phone will act fine. It's the problem that when I get done with my editing software to go ahead and save that video, make it into a shareable, video,
right,
upload, it won't save it. It says there's not enough storage then.
Yeah.
I have actually got to the point that when I was trying to record, you would hit the button and nothing would happen.
Really?
Because it's plumb full. Yeah.
Well, my computer's got one of those, it's fairly new, but it's got a terabyte in it. Actually, it's got 1.2 terabyte in it. Then I have a external hard drive that I keep all my videos on. That is a terabyte also. And I matter of fact, I was looking at it the day. It said I had like 330 gigabytes left of storage. I've got over 600.
You got a bunch on there.
Yeah, terabyte. So, but it's I said, well, I started deleting off old pictures and old things that I don't need anymore, and that were really old from California pictures I had on there. I started getting rid of them. I don't need them, and I cleared off about, I don't know, I stayed for 20 minutes clearing stuff off the hard drive. I went back and looked at it. And I brought myself 1 gigabyte back. I'm like,
Exactly.
And all that stuff were 1 gigabyte. So.
And Jan, yeah, I agree. Jan made the comment that she had to buy extra memory. I did the same thing. I did buy the extra memory. I pay like $1.99 a month to Apple, and that helped me immensely because it wasn't just my phone; it was my iCloud storage that wasn't big enough.
Right.
So they have the same thing for Android. So it's Google Drive. So my Google Drive, because I've had Google forever, I've had the same email address since Google started letting you just get them. I've had it forever. So I have a pretty big Google Drive, but I have it broke up pretty easy, and it's easy to access where the Apple Cloud, the iCloud is not easy to navigate. But I also have external hard drives. I don't save anything to my computer unless I'm working on it. But I have probably 16 terabytes of data, of just video data. And then I don't know, Nina has a billion, it seems like. Nina takes more pictures than you can shake a stick at. But
that's Nana. Nana run out of. She was the first one like years ago that was like, my phone says I'm out of storage, or my storage is full and it won't back up. Like, what are you talking about? I had no idea what she was talking about for years until I started this, and now all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, I see what you're, because she has like 6,000 pictures on her phone,
Yeah, I think it's just a common problem with ladies, because they want to, like, especially kids, grandkids, and things like that. I get it, but I am very I'm very particular, especially after my last computer crashed, of what I keep on my computer and what I back up. And this computer, like this laptop that I'm on right now, it has 40 gigs of RAM, and 2 terabytes of memory. So 2 terabytes, it's got tons of memory, but at the same time, I can have, I think I have like 9 files on there, and it has, I don't know, although all 9 of those files are media files for making a video. But once I've made the video, then I put it in my external storage, and that's the only place it goes.
Well, once I make a video, I go through and delete off all the video parts I've taken. Once I upload to YouTube, I've deleted out the stuff, so I don't keep it. I do keep the video that I've completed, but the movie bits or the bits of it, I get rid of all that. So I do keep the video that I've made, but I'm going to start probably getting rid of them too, because they're on. So as long as they're on YouTube, I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. So no, I would keep them, Jerry.
Jan says she's getting fiber optics in 2 weeks. And she just can't wait. I want to know when she gets it, how fast is it? Because if I have a video that's over an hour, over 15 minutes of a video made, to upload it, it takes me almost an hour to an hour and a half to upload it. But I'm on DSL, which is out here in the boonies, I have my upgrade is like, or my upload is like 25 megabytes and downloads like 50. And we tried to upgrade it. They said, oh yeah, we upgrade you to 150 and 100. Well, it still doesn't do it at 50 because I've got a program I can click on and it will tell you how much actually how fast it's uploaded. And the only thing it uploads is that 3 or 4. You know, that's how episode 3 or 4 doesn't upload anything else. They told us we're gonna get fiber here pretty soon.
So,
If you get fiber, you're up to like a 1,000 upload. Nothing flat. It's like, you know,
it should be,
I mean-
so fiber should be gigabit speed, and I want fiber. So I really, so gigabit internet, it would be awesome. If you could get gigabit internet, you could click on something and it'd be done.
yeah.
But not really that. I mean, it'd take a couple minutes. But that
Yeah, still, but even though if you had a 15-minute video and you upload it, it takes you, you know, even it took a minute. That's better than an hour and a half.
yeah, so I can, like, a 15-minute video takes me roughly about a minute per minute to download. So
A minute per minute?
yeah. So if it's a minute long, I can usually, if it's 30 minutes long, I can usually get it done in about 20. I can upload in about 20 minutes.
Well, I was trying to do something, look at something real quick here. I did a video. Shoot, I wanted to look at it, so let's see if I can find it here. Susan made a video, or quilts, and it's 36 minutes 41 seconds long. Which before she was, I edited it. It was like an hour and 15 minutes. I went through and cut out a lot of stuff that was necessary, and I edited it down to 36 minutes and 41 seconds long. When I uploaded it, it took 2 hours and 39 minutes to upload it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and because my upload speed is dog tired. But on top of that, when I upload, Susan can't watch Netflix. She can't look at anything on YouTube. She can't look. I mean, she can't. I mean, computers can still work. I mean, I can still do stuff on the computer. It's a little slower, but she can't watch any Netflix because I've been in here doing something. I'll upload a video, and I didn't think about telling her. And then she'll walk in. She goes, "Are you uploading a video?" And I'm all, "Yeah." Well, you killed my Netflix. I went like, "Sorry,"
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're the same way. So a 12-minute video here, I have to start uploading that at like 7 or 8 the night before, and it may be done by 8 o'clock the next morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yours is slower than mine then.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Well,
And
that's
they
why-
run fiber optic a half a mile from my house, but wouldn't come to my house
Really?
because it's solid rock. They said it would never justify for them to bring it here.
Oh.
But yeah, Jan, that's exciting because I know
Yeah.
people that have fiber optic, and I have fiber optic at work. So I'll get on the Wi-Fi, on work because my phone automatically connects to it, thank goodness. And if I hit an upload on it, the rare occasions I've done it, we're talking like within 2 to 3 minutes, it can upload a 30-minute video.
I'd be doing it all the time. I just do it every time. Go into work, hit it, upload it while you're before you punch in.
What I've noticed though is it used to be like the processing that it says afterwards, your upload time, and then you used to have processing.
Yeah, processing.
Processing used to be like a 5-minute deal.
Yeah, it's longer now.
Now it's like it may take an hour on the process. I mean, it may only take me 2 or 3 minutes to upload one that way, but it may be in processing for 2 or 3 hours.
Right. And then on top of that, it goes and does HD processing, and that's another hour or so. I found out you can close it after it's done the original processing. You can close it out. It'll still do the HD processing and upgrade it to an HD. You don't have to have it open the whole time.
So, okay, I'm talking like I can upload one of my videos like a 30-minute video or 20-minute video in like 20 minutes, and it's done processing and everything.
Really?
Yeah,
Then don't complain, because
I wasn't complaining. I want gigabit internet though.
golly, you're talking about internet spoiled, man. I'd be happy to take a 20-minute video and upgrade it and be done in 20 minutes.
Yeah. It's the first time trying.
Like I uploaded Ava's 10-minute video. It took me like 3 minutes to upload, and it was done processing by the time she walked into the living room.
Wow.
Yeah, but the processing isn't what you're pushing. That's YouTube going through your video and making sure you don't have any copyright infringements or anything like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, the more music you have on it, the longer it
The
takes.
more that you do editing and music and stuff, the longer it'll go doing that, is my experience.
So yeah, mine doesn't take that long. Mine's usually done in like I get.
So are you trying to tell us, Mitchell, are you trying to tell us your videos are boring?
No, I have music and stuff in the end and the beginning of mine.
I'm only messing with you, dude. That's good. I wish mine was that fast.
Jan, that is awesome. In fact, I suggested that they run it above ground, and they said we have nothing above ground.
Nope, they don't.
To run fiber above ground, it wouldn't work very well. I'm not saying it won't work. It just won't work well.
Say hello. Say hello.
Hello.
That's
Well,
Jules. She's checking
okay.
on me.
I take that back. There are other ways to run fiber above ground, but it's a lot more expensive.
But in Jan's area, I could see why they would do it, because her area is a lot like mine.
Because there's two different types of fiber.
Which means what? Like yours? What do you mean by that?
Rock.
Like extreme hill. She's even more extreme hills, but solid rock. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
The only
I
reason why
don't
I have
have rock here.
brought it in.
what?
I don't have rock here. We don't have a rock.
They are putting in poles. Yeah, there's. I forgot that they made the other type of fiber line that can sway a little bit, but the really sweet stuff is what's ran underground because it doesn't flex. Because it's what it is light running through there, and anytime that it bends, it slows the reflection inside of it's complicated. We're not going to get into all of it. But there are ways to do it. Yes,
I do know it's real expensive to repair, because the farmer I used to work for across the street, we were ripping a field, and I said, those fiber optic lines. He goes, I don't care, let's keep going. So guy who was drove and ripped that fiber optic line right out of the ground, and they responded within like 30 minutes once that fiber optic came out of the ground, and they had to bring this trailer out that the fiber optics go in one window and out the other window. They sat there for 8 hours reattaching all these fiber optics together, but it had to be like in a sterile atmosphere where they did it.
Excuse
Yeah.
me.
So it was kind of
How big of a bill did they send him?
I do not know. But they said it was like $10,000.
I know a contractor that hit one, and he got a bill for $250,000.
Oh, really?
I hit one. So the company I was working for at the time, we broke ground on for the Devon Tower in Oklahoma City, and so there is a fiber optic line that runs through there. For legal reasons, I can't say what it does, but I hit it, and they were there within minutes of hitting it.
It amazes me how they know exactly where it's broken at.
Well, I mean, we were the only contractors down there at the time, so I was stunned how fast it was. Like, I turned around, and next thing you know, I got guys sitting there, and I'm like, hello, can I help you with something?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he even got a bill, because he never said that he got one. So I don't know if he got a bill or not. But he didn't care. We were putting a water line in from a pivot to another pivot, and he just said, "Keep digging, keep digging." And They guy was on the back goes, yep, digging, and all of a sudden, all it pops up is boop. This line pops up, two ends. I'm like, I don't think that's supposed to be like that. You know, he goes, just skip over that, keep going, you guys, and I said, so yeah, you gonna go try call it in? He goes, don't worry about calling it, just keep going. And so the guy kept digging, and this is like at 10 o'clock at night because we were trying to get this water line across while the road was slow. And these all of a sudden, here comes these three vans or these three trucks with trailers behind them pulling up. You know, and I said, oh, he must. I said, you guys get called? He goes, nope, we knew it was broken as soon as you touched it. And we're like, oh, okay. You know, he said, we have to fix this thing. And so it was a rainy night too. It was raining. It was a mess. I'm going to tell you, it was a mess.
Yeah, so they can read. You can read where it's broke at by how much light's getting through, how much they're sending through, and how much they're receiving at the other end. And it tells you a distance, so they have a really good idea how far off it is. Dale just dropped out.
Yeah, he just dropped out.
Anything?
Well, Dale.
Yeah. The internet's kind of a crazy thing.
Yeah. They told me that the next 2 years I should have fiber optics here. They said they're working on it, and this is supposed to be quote unquote the first area they put it in. I said, great, you know.
They supposedly have it going down my road, so I will get it if they do.
Yeah. Is Dale down in the basement at all, or is he gone completely?
Gone. He may have lost service or something.
Oh, his phone or battery died on the phone.
Yeah, it could be.
Well, I'm going to let you go. And that you talk to people that are talking, and I'm going to see if I get myself some dinner.
All right. Hey.
And I'm gonna start back up your playlist again.
Okay.
Even though you don't think it's doing anything, but I'm gonna start it up anyways.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be doing something, right?
I hope it is. So
yeah, I should have talked about the. Yeah, Dale said maybe I shouldn't have talked about the internet. That's probably what it was, Dale. That's what I was just saying.
You got booted off because of that, huh?
Yeah, probably. Probably somebody far off is watching him and bloop, we're gonna turn Dale's internet off.
Okay.
Well,
I got you up. I got you up, and the first one I'm starting off with is Last Can Cook-Off Live Kickoff. Can you hear yourself?
Huh? No, I can't hear myself. I just started yawning. I was looking
You
in
can't
the
hear that?
Huh?
Wow.
It may. I have a setting on my computer turned off, so I can't hear other people's background.
Oh, maybe that's what it is then. All right. Well,
everybody else might be able to hear it, but I can't hear it. So, yeah.
I'm gonna let you go, buddy.
All right. Yeah, I'm
talk to you again. I just like I said, I came here just to let you know that they gave you a shout out over there.
Okay.
So,
well, I appreciate it.
All right. Be good. Be safe. And Dale, if you can hear me, talk to you later.
All right. Talk to you later, Jerry.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right, Jan, I appreciate you coming up in the chat and hanging out with us for a while. I am going to go ahead and call it a night. I think Nina is wanting to watch a movie. I'll look up at the camera. Sorry. I was looking down at the chat. But I think Nina's wanting to watch a movie, so I'll probably do that for a little bit now too. And I appreciate everybody coming in, and we'll catch you on the next one, guys.